What's up there guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Derail Valley. We are in the midst of a realistic difficulty playthrough. In the last episode we arrived back here at Machine Factory in town, we brought a job in, we offloaded it and then we loaded the DE2 traction motor onto the back of our set of locos here. What we need to do next is to actually give them a service and move on to some other things, so please do grab yourself a drink. Let's hit the rails. Alright then guys, so first things first, at the end of the last episode we set up our track to take us across to the servicing area. So let's get going. I'm going to hop aboard and then we'll get across there and then we'll take a look at some other things that we'll be doing today. So we're going to put her into reverse, we'll release the brake and put a little bit of power on, we'll also release the parking brake here. And let's get ourselves backwards here. One thing that we can do of course, we can shut down one of these locos, so we'll shut down our own. So we're currently running our own restored DH4 and yeah, we're running a rented locomotive which is now doing all the traction effort. So yeah, you see the difference in paintwork there and I'm really thoroughly enjoying driving our own locomotive, but we could also today take a look at putting some gadgets in this one because this locomotive specifically is going to be our main driver from this point on. Now whether we attach along with it some other locos like the DE2 and the DE6, that will certainly come in time, but for now we're going to run this baby and yeah, run her nicely. So we're actually flying along here, we're doing almost 40 kilometers. I'll just put a little bit of brake on, just bring that speed down a bit because we are going to be making a stop over here before we run up to the servicing area. So yeah, we'll be installing some gadgets today and then making a decision on what we're going to be doing from this point forward. Obviously, we are going to be heading back to City South. We have got some work to do in terms of getting back there and picking up the DE6 as well is something that I wanted to do along the way. So that is actually at coal power plant just down the track from here. We've also got the SO60 to pick up as well, so we'll be looking to do that. I don't know whether you can actually see coal power plant from here, so the DE6 is just over there somewhere. We spotted that a number of episodes ago now. I'm going to hop down here and we'll throw this switch manually like that, and yeah, we'll get things moving forward. So we can control the rear loco that's doing all the work here from this one because we are connected with multiple unit with a multiple unit cable. So let's get going forward here and get ourselves into the servicing area. So utilizing the remote we can actually zoom ahead here, take a look, see if the switches are set correctly. So this one is, and this one is as well. We've got a DE6 here, another DE6 by the looks of things. DE2 I can see there, and it looks like two 282s, so that's awesome. Awesome to see them here. And yeah, get ourselves into the servicing area and we'll just wait for our locos to come. But yeah, what are we going to do from this point out? Well, at the end of the last episode we took a look and there was a job which was pretty well paid going back to City South. So I can't see a reason not to take that one. But let's see how much this is going to cost us first in servicing. Alright, there we go. Alright, we'll shut down this secondary DH4. I just heard a cat. I wonder where it is. One thing that we do have to consider here is this turntable. It would be great to turn our setup round before we head out, but this isn't going to be long enough for everything. So, in terms of all three units. So we need to have a think about how we're going to do that. I think we might need to reverse these two on first and then turn them around. But we'll look at that in a moment. Let's firstly get the servicing done. So we'll grab this. Stick it in there, so that'll be our opportunity to fuel. And our loco is L026. So that's the first one which is highlighted here. And we'll go ahead and pull each of these levers. So obviously with the DH4 you don't have an electrical powertrain, you do have mechanical. Wheels, body is currently not needing any type of repair. Oil in, sand is full, and then fuel is going to be the main one, isn't it? Get the diesel in there. So for our own loco, that's currently 10.9 thousand, so not too bad. Turn this dial and look at now servicing the rented loco. Not too much damage there, but obviously it's going to be oil and fuel, isn't it? Oil and diesel. Right, so that's all done. 22.3 thousand, not too bad. Pop that in. So that's all done. We'll put this back. So I did say, you know, we could take a look at installing some bits and bobs. In terms of gadgets into our main running loco, so our main workhorse, the one at the front. So let's go and take a look at what we could do here. We've got a bit of money on hand. We've got 391,000 after that service. Let's pop in here. If we're going to pick up the DE6 on the way back to City South, we're going to need to unlock the license. So there's that to consider. I think it's 200,000 for that license. All right, let's grab the zapper so we can start collecting some items here. So what do we want? Well, it's just a case of browsing, really. So we've got anti-wheel slip computer there. Could be interesting. No, I've never used it before. Distance tracker, again, not one that I've used. Amp limiter, again, not something that I've used. Guys, let me know in the comment section, is this stuff good or what? Doesn't tell you a great deal in the top corner, apart from what, you know, what it's already called, so it's kind of pointless focusing on that. Right, so we do have the remote signal booster. I think that's a good option. We'll need a mount to go with that, and I've spotted this one already. No, that's a medium. I won't get that one. I'll get the small for that one. I've also got a battery charger. We will get that, so that'll help. Well, it won't help, sorry. It will charge our remote control and our torches. So our flashlights, we can pop them on there and get them charged. So we'll get one of those. So this is our permanent locomotive. So yeah, most definitely we will be installing. Wireless MU controller, always a good one, but we won't get that just yet. Switch setter, yes. We've already got full allotment of soldering wire, so we won't grab that. There's the small mounting strip, so that'll count for the remote extender. I'll install it using that. What else? I'll get the large mounting plate for the remote charger, sorry. Got a proximity sensor that goes along with the proximity reader that goes along with the proximity sensor. Yeah, that's kind of is useful, but not really that useful if you've got the remote. Kind of makes it a bit pointless. Also, overheating protection. I guess for the DH4 especially. So let's have a look. A gadget that automatically takes over throttle and fuel cut off operation to prevent the powertrain from overheating. We do that manually, don't we? It might be worth looking at, especially because it's got a reduce option there. Maybe come back to that one. We've got a defect detector. I'm going to get that one, especially on realistic difficulty where we don't have same sort of warnings when it comes to the train being, the brakes not being connected up correctly and stuff like that. Because when you hover over this, it says, it does say there, a gadget that alerts of derailment or brake shoes overheating somewhere on the train. Actually, it doesn't tell you about the brakes not being connected correctly, but I'll get that anyway. So we've got automatic train stop, which says a gadget that stops the train if the driver does not respond to periodic prompts. So that's like a AWS in some ways, or driver vigilance system. I'm not going to get that. Quite fun though. Right, what else do we need? So I think we need a couple of medium mounting plates for the... Got the defect detector and the switch setter. They think they need medium mounting plates. We've got, I think, everything we need. So let's stick the wallet in. 45,000. Yeah, so 4 mounting plates and then a bunch of gadgets. I'm going to leave those there. We'll go over to the shed. Sports car there. Head over to the shed and grab some soldering wire. I'm going to spawn these things in here. Like that. Right. What can we leave behind here? I think this is going to fill our inventory pretty much. So we'll move the watch along. We do have a crate here though, so we can make use of this. Pop these things in here, I think. So we'll pop the gadgets in. There. And then we'll put the mounting plates in as well. There's another 2 somewhere. There's one there. Move that. 3. Where's the little one gone? I'm sure you guys are screaming at me. It must be there somewhere, right? Normally pretty good at spotting these as well. Where's that trying to go? I'm holding down R. Wow, that's weird. Tell you what, we'll toss these on the floor for now, these licenses. Hold on, I heard something rattle there. Is it just me, or is the mounting plate not very easy to see in this instance? Right, okay, that's very interesting the way that just cut right through the thing. Let's try again. I don't see the mounting plate here, guys. I feel like I'm going to be looking here forever, you know. There it is. Wow, that was something else. Right, we'll pick these up. We won't leave a mess. I'll leave the licenses. We really need a folder for those. I'm going to grab some soldering wire though. I'll take more than what we need just in case I need to reinstall something for some reason. And we'll also pop this in the inventory as well. So yeah, I think we've got just about everything we need there. So let's head back. The servicing area, that was quite the task. Much more than what I expected there. Yeah, we'll head back over here. So we'll get these gadgets installed and then we'll just consider what we're going to be doing after this. Okay, so let's hop in. Again, let's hop in. There we go. Right, so first one first. I think we'll start with the let's start in order. We'll just go in order. Battery charger. So we've got a large mounting plate for that. So in my previous playthrough, I put that here. You've got to kind of place it right in the corner for it to work, and then it sits there. You can't put it on here, unfortunately. Oh. Actually, maybe you can. If we put that there, will it let us put this on? Wrong thing. Let's put that back. I meant this. Yeah. Alright. Does that fit nice? That fits snugly. Okay, I didn't know you could do that. So drill. Let's put this here then. Alright, so back to the... where has it gone? There it is. Right, we'll pop that there. Oh, right. Nice one. Let's grab some soldering wire and my soldering gun. You see it's got that red marker there just to say that whatever we're installing isn't actually active at the moment, but it will be in a moment. Green now, so all good. I'll toss that there for a second, and what am I going to do? I'm going to use this and pop that on there. And you see it went green there for a sec. That means that it is working. It's just that we're fully charged. So no worries. Right, let's drop that down there. Pop that away. And we'll reload it for next time. Right, next up. Defect detector saw. This could go anywhere really. Because you don't need to see it. It's something that you hear. So we could easily pop that there. In the last playthrough I had it up at the top there. Or we could put it up here. Like I said, it's not something you need to be able to see. It just needs enough space to install. Put it there or here even. Or even down there really. Thinking up here, even though you don't really need it in front of... But what happens if we want another gadget in front of us? So maybe here. In the last playthrough I had a bunch of light switches here that were operating different things. Different options, eh guys? Okay, let's put it over here. So you only need to hear it, you don't need to see it, so... If something goes wrong, we'll just hear this alarm. And that's fine. It alerts us to it. So put it over here, I think, why not? Out of sight, out of mind, and hopefully never need to use it. Hopefully it'll never be a factor. Again, soldering that in place, like so. Drop that. And that's got a green light on, so that is actually now active. So there's a couple of things installed. What's next? The drill ended up in there. Right, let's put things away properly. Pop that there. And then back where it belongs. Okay, next up, remote signal booster. So we want the small mount for this. Now, again, this can go anywhere. It's kind of, once it's installed, you kind of forget about it. I wonder whether we can put that here. Can't remember which way it mounts now. Again, out of sight, really. Or we could just stick it next to this. Even like that, really. So if we duck down a bit, we'll see that it's kind of going to look good next to this, I think. Hopefully it'll go in with no problem. Otherwise we'll have to drill it again. So we'll pop that away. This, grab this. That's the thing, so it actually mounts the other way. Right, okay. So we'll take our hammer and we'll take the filler gun, fill those holes, pop that back. Yeah, we'll need this again now. So yeah, we'll need to rotate this. It's just like... that should be fine now, I think. We'll put it central. Central-ish. It's kind of hard to tell, to be fair. Right, there we go. And drill. And we'll get this again. Oops, what am I doing? There we go. Alright, that's gone in this time. Looks a bit ugly, that. Would have been better the other way around. Don't like the fact that if that beeps and you look across, it's blocked now. So, let's give it one. Let's give it another go. We'll give it a bit more thought. So even here would have been better. I think out of sight is the best way with this thing. Maybe just here then. Or even down here would work. Still kind of favouring that, to be fair. Let's go with that. Not sure how central that is. It looks central to a certain degree, but then not quite. I need to move over just a tiny bit. See, if we were to align it with that sign, it's still difficult to move directly upwards without moving the mouse around a bit. Right. We'll accept that. We'll accept it for what it is. Get this again. Sorry, my bad. Right. Oh, that looks terrible. That looks even worse because it's on a funny angle. How many different places to install this thing, eh? I think the original one of up there over to the side was a good one. I'm going to put it here with my original plan of out of sight, out of mind. Why doesn't that seem to be straight? Because we're turned at an angle. Right, let's just see if that's going to fit without a problem. Not enough space. Well, it's close. Let's come closer then. Come closer to us. It's a case of being in the right place as well, like. Let's try again. So fiddly. Yeah, that'll do. That looks good, actually. I know you guys might think otherwise. It's all good. We'll put this in like this. Yeah, this will be good. And then we'll see the signal increase. So that's there. We'll then grab our soldering gun again. I don't know where that is right now, but there's certainly some sort of vapor coming off there to say that that's installed. So, hard to tell. Ah, there's a light on at that side. I think I had this last time though, like, how can you tell if it's on? Well, you get a light at the bottom here, if I can show you. This light here is now saying signal boost, so that's now on. Just gives you a better signal so that you can operate longer trains. Right, last one then. Switch setter. So, Again, multiple places where this could go. I think I put it there last time. You can actually, I think you can install it on the window. I'm going to put it up here this time. I'm going to try and put it here. Why won't it go there? It seems massive. I'll put it up there then. Right, so it will fit there. Let's. I always test it like that just before I start drilling the thing in. Whoops. All fingers and thumbs today. Right, let's put this in here. I've already got a green light on there for some reason. That's not right, is it? Okay, there we go. So, 4 installations done. Happy with those. We'll move all of our tools back down there again because we've been fiddling around with that. We've now got an empty crate, so we could actually put these things in there. Get the soldering wire in there. Hopefully, you know, remember that I've done that. We'll put these empties in the inventory. So what I need to do is toss these in the bin, because if you don't, then they just end up spawning over and over again. And you can't use a dumpster. The dumpster is for gadgets that you don't want anymore. It's the recycling bin where we stick rubbish. So we'll head over here and do that now. Right, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, I guess the other thing to think about is turning these locos round. Because to head out of here in the right direction, we need to be turned round. We need to be heading towards coal power plant. So how are we going to do that from here? Well, we're going to have to find a way of rotating them. And I think we'll have a think. I think I'll have a think about that and do that at the start of the next episode. We'll probably have to do it in 2 separate things. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I know that was a bit of a bitty one, but we're serviced. We've got our items installed. And I'm ready to go with this now. So I think next episode we'll be pulling those cars back to City South, picking up the locos on the way. And yeah, having a great time doing it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, guys. Hit me up in the comment section. Please do subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. And hit the notification bell to be notified for up and coming videos. But what I will say, guys, is please do take care of yourselves. And I'll catch you guys again soon.